somebody this. I wish I could code a bot to just say, hey, here's the link to my that I want to post in every self promo channel I know.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Okay. Now chat should be shared.
Yeah. I think I may need to
Okay.
confirm. My Twitch, the girl in the cave, accept. Okay. I think and so I think we'll do
Do you have water before we start?
yeah, yes.
Because there'll probably be a lot of talking.
Yeah. I have some snacks too, just in case. Water and snacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
Probably 3 hours should do it for the stream around that.
Mm-hmm.
Where is this? Just one more, and there it is. Okay. Okay. Oh, I see you have a new model.
Oh yeah, the hamster.
Oh my god, it looks so cute. Oh.
Yeah. Did you ever see the show Hamtaro?
I know about it. I think it's been in the 90s, and it's
Yeah.
it's a Japanese show in the 90s, something like that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. About hamsters, yeah. That was one of my favorite shows as a child. I'm like, no, let's get a hamster Fuki.
Sorry, I'm probably coming down with a cold. My girlfriend just has one. So yeah, if you yeah, fortunately she's been kind of sick these past few days, so it might be I might get it soon. So let's see. Inspect your memories, or is that the loading part?
Yeah. Yes, expect your memories. So we just switch over to main screen.
Mm-hmm.
We are most recent yet. Memento, so we're starting a new chapter.
Memento mori. Remember, you're going to die eventually.
Yep.
Well, it's going to be pretty thematic.
It's getting foggy. Looks like it might rain. Maybe we should take a little break? You want to keep going? Oh, alright then. This deep in the forest? Thank you very much. You must be tired after such a long journey. This is the mansion I'm looking for, yes? Could have said something.
Oh boy.
Oh well. I should get going, I guess. Does no one live here? But if that's the case, then why was I... Such a big door. Please open? It's not locked, I guess. I wonder if the window's open. Darn, not a hint of light. Hello? Is anyone there? Please don't tell me it's actually abandoned. I suppose I can't know without looking around a bit more. What do we have here? Drapes? I see a little light beyond. So pretty. It looks like an angel. Why would someone cover something like this up? It's beautiful. With a little more light, it'd be... Okay, I don't know if it's gonna be the maid or not. I guess, do you want to give it a go until we can find out?
Oh, sorry. Muted myself for a bit. Yeah. Please do not touch the drapes. Or the windows. Oh,
it was a dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
My, Michelle. I was expecting the maid, to be honest.
Me too, but I'm like, it might not be. I think Giselle might be the maid. I'm not sure.
Well, I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah. I'm sorry for coming in uninvited, but I did announce myself. Is this your mansion?
It is.
Thank goodness, I was afraid it was deserted.
I suspect you would have preferred it if the house were abandoned.
Oh, not at all. I would be scared to death staying in this dark mansion all by myself. I'm sorry. No ill will intended. And I do think it could do with some light. Oh, but I do think it could do with some light. That way you can see where you were walking. And I'm sure this room would look splendid illuminated.
Not necessary. I assume he's blind.
He could be. He looks like the girl, the white-haired girl we keep seeing.
Yeah.
He has that white hair and the red eyes.
Yeah, and I assume maybe they're reincarnations.
Oh, maybe.
You know how the plot of Naruto has that there is always
the brothers.
Yeah, the two brothers,
Yeah.
Indra and Ashura, Hashirama and Madara, Naruto and Sasuke.
And Sasuke, okay. Yeah.
I assume
Maybe.
something
Could be right.
like this. Not necessary. I make do perfectly well as things are.
How can you see when it's so dark?
I have an abundance of candles and oil for lamps. Okay, so he's not necessarily blind. I'm not in want of means of creating light. It is not your place to criticize my lifestyle. If you need light, you are free to leave. Hello, Domini Arson.
Domini, welcome.
If you are in need of money, help yourself to some of the furniture.
Wait, but then how did she get to the mansion? It seemed like she's like invited here.
I don't know how
she wouldn't just show up, right?
She wasn't expecting my Michelle over here to be here. Otherwise, she would have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she was pretty. When she was on the carriage, she was. Is this the mansion? Like, oh, like she. I don't know how she got here. Like, am I supposed to be here or what? I don't know.
Yeah.
If you are in need of money, help yourself to some of the furniture. There is a village not far from here. Trade it for food, then make your way to a larger town. Hello, Dark Destiny. Another 1994 guy, eh? Welcome to the 30 years old club.
That was actually my friend IRL. She was definitely telling me about being old this morning.
What can I say? We're slowly getting older. Sorry.
It's okay. We are, and it sucks. I'm no longer able to freely return to the city. I can't go back there. Please don't chase me out.
I see. Then do you ask this of me, aware of how people refer to this mansion?
They say that a witch lives here?
Not merely a witch.
A cursed witch?
Oh, sorry.
Wait, was that me or was that you?
Yeah, it was you.
Okay.
If you remain here, you too shall likely suffer your own destruction.
You're worried for my well-being? Witch or not, my mind is made up.
Which will strike you first, I wonder? Regret or the curse?
You seem to be doing just fine. It's only a tale.
The witch is real, very much so. It is not a legend, nor a fairy tale. The witch.
The witch's name was Morgana.
I assume that's probably from the witch herself. Is he?
Oh, so he's the witch.
I'm not sure.
Maybe because he has long hair, the villagers assume that it's a female witch?
I'm not sure what's going on, to be fair. I was fully expecting. I mean, the past two stories, it was the same character, the same witch.
The maid or the white-haired girl?
Yeah, the maid. I assume that's the witch. She was the only constant. And now we have somebody claiming to be the witch. That's first off a male, and second off looks completely different. Like it looks more like the white-haired girl, just gender bent. It doesn't click. I assume this is probably still the maid.
No, pity. The master.
Oh, okay. What was that? Loading, I assume. Giselle?
Yeah. Oh, I guess it's loading. There it is. Oh my. What is the matter, master?
Are we going to finally see the master?
Why are you just standing in place? There's nothing there.
The maid did not seem to have seen anything. You made to ask her about the scene you had just witnessed. Oh boy.
Oh. Master, you look like you've seen a ghost. What is the matter? How about a little rest before you move on? You do not wish to remain here? Still not fond of mirrors? Yes, now let us be off. I too dearly wish for you to return to your old self as soon as possible, master. If you desire to push onward, then I could hardly be happier. Now, follow me.
You followed the maid's lead, returning to the living room. From there, you climbed a set of stairs, your hands sliding through the dust that had settled on the ebony railing. When you stepped out of sight of the mirror, the maid returned to normal. Interesting. You had been on the verge of remembering something, but you were no longer in a position to be concerned about such things. Were we Michelle?
Maybe?
For the chill in the air within the mansion seemed to have intensified. Interesting. Standing at one end of a long corridor, you asked the maid.
When was the mansion built? I would imagine you would know more about that than me, Master. Yes, I know. You've not yet regained your memories. I was simply teasing you. I've been a servant of this house for many, many years, but the truth is, I do not know everything about it. All I know is that this mansion is cursed and that it has brought misfortune upon its residents since times of old. I can make a conjecture as to when it began, but I believe you should figure it out for yourself, Master. There's no guarantee my perspective is the correct one. Now, let us proceed.
You and the maid traveled down the dimly lit corridor. While the layout of the house was the same as in the eras of the flaxen-haired boy and the beast, the bleak, colorless gloom felt incredibly dreary. On the wall partway down the hall hung a painting. The painting, which depicted a beautiful landscape, was oddly entrancing, but you did not have time to appreciate the artwork. Your hand in the maid's, you passed by the painting. Before long, a door came into sight at the end of the hall.
Door is what I would like to show you next, Master. Listen closely. Do you hear the voices? Lively but rough, energetic but coarse. What lies beyond this door is neither a period of elegance and abundance like the first, nor one of ruin and savagery like the second. Technology and culture had become quite developed. Cameras and photography had been invented. It was a time of great progress and many breakthroughs. And for that reason, those who lived in it were constantly seeking to try new things. The tale I'm about to tell you is one of a man who wagered everything on his ambitions. I hope that what you see, Master, will stir something in your heart. Now, through the door we go. Please, do not let go of my hand.
So, the first story, I think, was around the time of the Reformation in Germany.
Yep.
The second was around 1600, 1700 in northern Spain. And I assume this is probably late 1800s, judging by the cameras and bicycles were mentioned. So those were those were mainly invented in France, I think. So maybe we're going to France now? No.
Maybe.
The maid pushed open the door. Colorful balls bounced around atop a long, dark green table. One man, dressed in black and standing by the billiards table, turned toward the door. The room was inundated with eye-watering cigar smoke, causing you to squeeze your eyes shut.
Yeah, because last chapter it mentioned how Japan wanted to close off its island again and just do trade with the Dutch.
Yeah, it was around 1640, something like that. Oh, 1869.
1860. Have cameras been around that long? Unless we're going to time skip in this story?
Yes, the first movie, well, quote-unquote movie, was made in 1870. It was...
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was made by France. After the stream, I can show you something cool related to movies that I've been working on.
Yeah.
That era was...
I guess...
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
What did you want to ask?
Oh, I didn't know if this was the maid or if it was the master.
I think...
Oh, you should keep reading.
Okay. That era was a rat race of innovation and development. I think this is the maid, probably. She seems to be the one that provides the exposition.
Gotcha.
And this one is probably from my perspective. I'm not sure what's going on. The smoke was so thick you could hardly see more than a few feet ahead of you. I could compare it to a dense morning fog, but that might give the impression of beauty, and there was little of that to be found in this haze. I'm not sure who is speaking right now. It seems like it's the maid right now.
Okay. You see the silhouettes of several men in the smoking room? The one in the middle. I do wish they'd kind of let us know sometimes.
I mean, yeah, I would assume it's probably to make us guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Okay, it is the maid. The one looking in a direction master was the present master of the house. Jackal. His name was Jacopo, and though he dressed in such fine attire, I sincerely doubt he understood how splendid the furnishings left in the mansion truly were. I'm a faithful servant of this house, and I would not, for the life of me, dare speak ill of my master. However, this is a time long past. I imagine God would be so kind as to turn a blind eye to a little bit of honesty. I was not terribly fond of my master back then. He had wavy hair, the color of over-dried tea leaves, a piercing gaze, and an arrogant smile. He wore a hat that made him look rather haughty. He put his trust only in money, renown, and rank. He loved only the iron and steel that had revolutionized so many industries. He had not the slightest bit of love or care for other people. At the very least, that's what I believed at that time. So, take a look around the room, Master. Jacopo had remodeled it into a recreation area. A billiard table sat in the center of the room, and the downward-facing lights hanging from the ceiling were special made. The lights shone upon the dark green stand like a stage. Cigars and bourbon-lined glasses installed in place of bookshelves. The cases were always fully stocked and the contents available to partake of readily. At that particular moment, as he had many times before, Jacopo had invited several friends and acquaintances and they were entertaining themselves. His wealthy, high-ranking acquaintances had a variety of hair colors, from polished brass to the brown of a baby robin to the color of a sunburnt wheat. There was also much greater variation in skin tone compared to the visitors and residents of previous eras. But that was hardly any surprise, for the mansion sat upon the land inhabited largely by immigrants of the New World.
So we're in America. Interesting. 1869, and they are talking about cameras. The only place that would have cameras at the time was not even Great Britain. It was France.
Yeah.
So this is a bit anachronistic.
Yeah, and Jacopo's definitely not an American name, though.
Yeah, I don't know. The way he looks reminds me of New Orleans attire. Like, that's where I'd put him. And the names also is kind of weird. Probably
Yeah.
Southern. What's
Not
the
to find
matter?
out.
What's the matter? What are you looking at? Nothing. I just thought I heard someone say my name. Ain't no one there unless you're seeing a ghost.
It's loading.
I don't believe in such nonsense. It's an old house with a long history. Wouldn't be surprised if it had a ghost or two. But if the place gonna be haunted, I take a princess over a bloody broad any day.
Maybe the house jumps around, because the flaxen-haired siblings were definitely more dramatic.
Yeah, it was in Bavaria, I think, the first one, and then clearly in Spain. And
yeah.
A princess, eh? And when she showed up, you'd have your way with this ghost lady, am I right? Color me impressed, son. You jump her bones and she don't even got any to jump. Come on now, that's hardly fair. Not much you can even do with a ghost.
Okay, it's loading.
My god, are you men or children? This is my house, and I would rather you didn't talk about it like that. Just the blatherings of a couple of drunks. Pretend you didn't hear nothing. For the love of God. In any event, whatever happened to that printer you invested in? I haven't heard their name come up in some time. Can we please avoid that topic? It's been quite a headache for me. I thought it would pay off, but it always sounded sketchy to me. I'd recommend you pull out unless you want to find yourself with nothing left but a nice fat pile of debt. You could have mentioned that beforehand. This is killing me. I think this is you. Oh.
The men's deep voice resonated in the room. As they imbibed alcohol and puffed on their cigars, they conversed mostly about business and money. Jacopo and the rest of the men were a breed known as investors. You might also call them tacticians. They survived on information attained before anyone else by making swift decisions and having foresight. Though instead of flesh and bone, their soldiers were made of ink and paper. To an outsider, this meeting might appear to be a congregation of friends, but in reality, they were observing one another and gathering information and anything else they could use to get ahead. At times, money and information were exchanged directly. Then they were no longer of financial value to one another. The relationship would pop like a bubble and dissipate into nothing.
Hey, monkey boy. The Great Wall of China is held together with sticky rice. If you've ever tried to remove caked on rice from the bottom of a pot, you know how strong it can be. While the Great Wall was being built during the Ming Dynasty in the 15th and 16th centuries, workers used the porridge made with rice along with calcium carbonate and as a mortar to hold the wall stones together. Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I would have assumed that rice would have rotten away, but I guess it's more hardy than I thought. But you know, Jacopo, you can't be sure this railroad you're so passionate about is going to bear fruit neither. You don't even know if it'll get finished. And even if they do connect the tracks, will it really be in any shape for people to ride?
Oh, are they talking about trains?
Yeah. I mean, it's 1869 in the U.S. They're
yep.
Trying to. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't this immediately after the Civil War? If 1569.
I think so. Let me see when the Civil War was.
Yeah. US Civil War. American Civil War. 1861 to 1865. So yeah, 4 years afterwards.
Yep.
Oh, and here it is. It's a pipe dream. It's a pipe dream. This transcontinental railroad of yours. Okay, so they're probably talking about the parts where it would have connected Colorado to California because they had crossed the Rockies.
Jacopo went silent, but I'm certain that this is what's going through his head. You're a bunch of damn imbecile if you can't see that the entire country put the weight behind this endeavor. This is why you have so much trouble making even a few thousand. At the time, a great railway was being built across the breadth of the continent. Construction was spearheaded by 2 large rail companies in competition for both prestige and a bigger share of this massive national enterprise. The Union Pacific Railroad Company started building from the east, and the Central Pacific Railroad Company from the west. But government bonds alone...
I have the worst luck. I made one single waffle and somehow I still managed to burn it. Oh boy.
Oh no. But government bonds alone were not enough to finance the massive undertaking.
By the way, there's been some less than pleasant reports about workers dying on the job for the company you chose, Central Pacific. Oh, you mean how they're using explosives to blast through the mountains? Making quite a bang they are. But if this gets to be much bigger of a fix, they're not going to be able to continue construction. You should at least put your money in the more sure bet of the two, the Union Pacific. It'll cost you to hire replacement workers, and if they keep kicking the bucket, you're gonna have trouble finding more. My goodness. And here I thought you all had spines. You think we're gonna run out of workers just because a few ate it? There are so many, we don't even know what to do with them all. There is not a chance that well will dry up. And if by some chance it does, all we have to do is scoop up a ship full of blacks or yellows. Yeah, 1869.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is accurate.
That's that time error.
Yeah, minus the cameras, they didn't make it to the US at that time. Unless she was talking about in general, like, I mean, things were happening. I think
they may have mentioned in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You won't get anywhere if you spend your time worrying about a few measly laborers. This is an endeavor backed by the entire nation. Their deaths are honorable in service of their country. I'm curious what type of nationality does Jacopo's name stand for?
You wanna look it up?
Italian, okay. Because he looked rather not the typical type of Anglo-Saxon white. So yeah, he's
but
dark.
Italians do have white hair.
Yeah.
More olive skin tone.
Yeah, he's a southern Italian, like this Sicilian type of guy. The biggest loss is not of people's lives, but of time. The longer a project takes, the more money it costs, and the less profit we make. What we seek is rapid progress, even if the methods to obtain it are messy or deadly.
The other men in the room chuckled uncomfortably at Jacopo's distasteful choice of words. Do you agree with his way of thinking, Master? Perhaps he does have a point in that the great sacrifice is necessary to accomplish great things. And it is true that tragedy often lies in the shadow of the splendor of long times long past. Furthermore, the way people see the world changes with the times, so I hesitate to criticize him too severely. Now, as I'm sure you already picked up on, he was an investor who had put money into the railroad company. He also possessed several crude oil refineries riding on the world's second wave of industrial development. The mansion too bustled with life in a way it never had before. Dozens of maids, including me, gardeners, chefs, sculptors, artists. At times we even had writers coming in and out of the house. There was rarely a moment of silence. However, I was not terribly fond of the hustle and bustle personally. But please, do not get me wrong, I'm hardly opposed to the mansion being cheerful. It was just... how should I put it? The splendor of the time seemed superficial, heartless. It was though everyone was being rushed along by some unknown invisible force. Part of it I expected caused by the growing divide between those standing at the top and sitting at the bottom. Or perhaps it was the mansion simply taking after its master.
There's no time to waste. Everything is resting upon the success of this project. Whatever it takes, I will ensure it happens. I need more money and more power. Never want to be content.
Nope. Suddenly, a restrained knock on the door stopped his train of thought. From beyond the door came a woman's voice, gentle and soft as a spring breeze. How much you want to bet it's the white-haired girl?
I was just about to say that.
Pardon me, I've made some tea. May I offer anyone a cup?
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, this is getting into Naruto reincarnation theory.
Yep.
Area. Yeah. I assume this is.
When the door opened, in it stood a beautiful woman with pure white hair. It was indeed her. Are you surprised? Or did you anticipate her appearance? Though she's not the same age, dressed differently, the white-haired girl whom you saw fallen into the hands of misfortune in the era of roses and in the era of the beast was also present in this era of innovation. Furthermore, she was Jacopo's wife. Oh, so she's already married.
Hey, Lutra. Thanks for the lurk. Have fun. Tea? I don't recall asking for that. When were you asked to make it?
I wasn't, but I had these leaves with the most wonderful aroma and I thought you might enjoy.
Shut your trap and know your place. What do you think we have all these maids for? Hey now. No need to treat your lady like that. We're just trying to be courteous. These are my personal affairs. Please keep your comments to yourself.
His friends were unsure how to react, but ultimately, nobody stepped up to stop Jacopo. They merely shrugged, tossing glances at one another. Jacopo stomped over to the white-haired girl. He then grabbed her by the arm and dragged her from the den.
Quite the character.
Yeah.
What the hell do you think you're doing? I've told you time and again to stay away from that room unless absolutely necessary.
I'm sorry. But, I made tea and...
Shut up about the tea already. You think we're having tea parties and they're like a bunch of prissy nobles?
I'm sorry?
If you really feel so bad, don't go in there in the first place. Get the hell back to your room.
I meant no harm. It's just, I'm your wife and I thought it'd be nice if I could do something.
Like I've told you, that's not your job. Don't show yourself in front of the other men. I have nothing else to say to you. Jesus Christ. Got it? Now scram! 6 alive. First them, now you. It's driving me up the wall. What is it? I told you to get out of here.
Right, but
What?
when will you spend time with me next? It's been some time since we last went out together.
Oh boy.
It's loading.
Yeah.
But we don't even have to go out, just having together would be...
How many times are you gonna make me repeat myself, you worthless tramp? Are those ears only for show? Go back to your goddamn room!
My apologies. Looking utterly downtrodden, the white-haired girl made her departure. Such a hideous sight she was. As he watched her go, Jacob merely snorted. Just thinking about the way he behaved then angers me. I have a little fondness for men who do not treat their spouses with respect. So as you can see, the white-haired girl was in hardly a joyous situation. She was devoted to Jacopo and tried to do whatever she could for him, but he not only brushed her aside, he did so in an insulting, deliberately hurtful manner. They were far from the picturesque partners. Do you wonder then, Master, why she married him? The answer to that question will come to light in time. For now, let us follow her.
I guess she probably was sold to him by her parents.
Maybe. Though, I mean, like, even the beast treated her better, and he was a psychopath.
Yeah.
Looking down dejectedly at the undrunken tea, the white-haired girl walked alone down the corridor. Though its common scent filled the air, there was nobody around to have their heart warmed by it. Nor was there anyone to alleviate her loneliness. Despite being the master's wife, the maid who crossed her path in the halls said nary a word to her. As a matter of fact...
Oh dear. Should I be the maid?
Oh dear. Yeah, that way you have some lines.
Oh dear. I beg your pardon, madame.
It's fine. One even bumped into her, stifling a laugh as she trotted off. In all likelihood, she had done it intentionally. The poor white-haired girl who had fallen to the floor stared helplessly at the broken cups. The tea she had made for her husband was forming a stain in the carpet. The maid's behavior towards the mistress of the house was absolutely unacceptable. Nonetheless, it was commonplace, all because of the way Jacopo treated her. The more the man of the house acted cruel towards her, the less weight her position as his wife held to the servants. Day in, day out, the maids worked busily, offered a little opportunity for leisure, so they would naturally have accumulated quite a bit of stress. And she became the target for them to let off the steam. Not directly, but through a more subdued kind of harassment from the shadows. She must have felt quite miserable. I imagine she would have been better off as one of the maids. On the surface and in front of others, they showed respect for her as Jacopo's bride, but behind closed doors they acted very much the opposite. The disparity between the treatment she received around others and the treatment she was supposed to receive at all times, and the way she was actually treated made the abuse that much worse. And furthermore, as if you seen through the other doors, Master, she was a very reserved young woman. She could neither raise her voice or interrupt a man, nor raise her hand in retaliation. I have to get this cleaned up. She extended her spindly fingers towards the shards of shattered porcelain. But even the broken cup seemed to have no concern to spare for her. Its shattered edges cut her fingertip when she was made to pick it up. A trickle of warm red blood ran down her unearthly white skin. As a painful sight as it was, it had a sort of a taboo beauty to it. The blood spilling from her fingers showed no signs of slowing down. She clenched her hand into a fist, let out a sigh, and went back to collecting the shards of porcelain. But when she did...
Madame! Madame! What's the matter? Madame, you're bleeding.
While the other maids ignored her, one came running over, shouting to the white-haired girl's side.
We need to get that cleaned up. We need to get that cleaned and bandaged up. Oh, you don't need to pick that up. That's not your job, madame.
It's alright, Maria. There's not much to pick up.
It is not at all alright. And the rest of you, why are you just standing there? Your boss's wife is on her hands and knees and you're not even lifting a finger to help her? You disgust me.
Maria, it's fine, really.
Oh, madame. If you weren't so timid, this wouldn't happen. You're allowed to yell at them, you know?
It's alright, really. It's my fault.
Anyway, we should get that finger taken care of. Let's get you back to your room, okay?
But the broken cups and the spill.
As I said, that's the maid's work. Oh, come on, let's go.
Oh, okay.
And the rest of you, get this mess cleaned up.
She roared like the wind in the thunderstorm. The other maids stood there dumbfounded, watching as she and the white-haired girl disappeared down the hall. But they were soon frowning, grumbling to one another. She thinks she can act... Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I can guess.
Yeah.
She thinks she can act all high and mighty just because the master is fond of her.
Is Jacopo sleeping with Maria?
I doubt it.
And then there's just some weird twisted thing she's doing to the white-haired girl?
I think Maria seems to be one of her only friends. At least that's the vibe I'm getting from her.
We'll see how this goes. The woman's name was Maria. She was one of the maids. And she's the one person in the mansion the white-haired girl could think of as an ally. Though her husband paid no mind and the maids made her life miserable, just one person, Maria, treated her with respect and kindness. And I'm sure you can readily imagine just how much of a lifesaver that was for her. I too found myself somewhat relieved that Maria was there for her. Being a servant of this house, I was also one of the maids working there at that time. However, I was unable to involve myself to any great degree in her fate. This meant that there was little I could do to assist her, even in times of pain and unpleasantness. The best I could do was pray that Maria would continue to lend the white-haired girl a hand. Hey, loading?
And that does it.
Thank you, Maria. You're always such a big help.
Oh no need to thank me. I just did what any good maid should do.
No one else is in the room, you know.
Alright, then I can drop the act. Man, I just can't get used to talking all stuffy. I'm out there doing my best, but the headmate's still spotting stuff like... Your manner of speaking is improper for a servant. Every single time we meet. Yeesh, come on, just shove it, would ya? You're a damn creep.
Now you mustn't speak of her like that.
Sorry, slip of the tongue. She just kind of gives me the willies, you know? Is it the Fata Morgana witch, maybe?
Maybe. Well, I don't know, because Michelle was the witch, or at least said he was the witch.
I mean,
And then the white-haired girl might be Michelle.
I'm not sure what's going on, to be fair. These are different timelines. I think we can ignore Michelle for now. I think that must be the master, my opinion. Because there was something said immediately after that said like you must have remembered something. I assume that was Michelle. But I think that Maria was referring to the head maid, the one that you keep talking about as the narrator.
Yeah.
I don't think Maria is very fond of her. Maybe because she's the witch over here, but who knows.
Maybe.
Speaking of, you dropped the stuff you talked to, madame. Kinda awkward if only one of us is acting casual, you know?
This is normal for me. If I attempted to talk like you, I'd freeze up out of nervousness. This is my casual.
Fair enough. Guess that's what happens when you're raised well. I like it though. Has a very regal feel about it.
I don't think my upbringing is the only factor.
But you know, upbringing is important. Worth a whole lot more than money, I'd say.
I suppose. Thank you, Maria. You're always so compassionate.
You betcha. They don't call me the Virgin Mary for nothing. I practically bleed compassion. That's a bit weird.
Well, I guess her name is Maria.
Yeah, Virgin Mary, bleed compassion.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds a bit sus.
Yeah. You know, that might be true. You very well could be the reincarnation of the Mother of God.
No. You're supposed to laugh at that. It's just embarrassing if you take it seriously.
Alone in the white-haired girl's room, Maria was acting much more friendly and relaxed as they conversed, as opposed to her no-nonsense attitude in the hallway. The two women, as you can see, quite close. They had crossed over the wall separating master from a servant and built a bond of friendship. And at some point they began to speak frankly with one another when no one else was around. Maria was the only person in the mansion around whom the white-haired girl felt comfortable being open. I imagine she very much enjoyed these moments of conversation. You wish to know who the head maid was? My. Are you sure you want to ask me that, Master? Some questions are better left unasked for your own good. One of the maid was the head?
I think this is the maid. This is the head maid, the one that you're talking as.
Yeah, so she may have been the head maid. And which could explain why she might give her the creeps because she's been around for so long.
Yeah, that's what I would assume, because after you, how should I put it? If you don't match your if you start speaking as somebody who's a bit too wise for their ears,
Yeah.
You kind of give a creepy
Feeling.
yeah, like should this young woman be this how should I put it, this wise?
Yeah.
I have to say, madame, you have the prettiest fingers. Mine are all rough and dry and nice, nasty. Oh. Hey, Ellie, welcome. Thank you.
You think so? Mine haven't had the slightest bit of muscle. They're all about Frail's dead branches.
So my Fuki broke.
Oh, your Fuki broke.
How so? What happened? Is it just not showing up? Or is it weirdly broken? Then before I went live, the recording stream of the game was lagging, so I closed it. Might need a restart? And the game lagged out.
Yeah.
Too many... So I exited out the game. And then afterwards... And then I opened the recording device inside because the Fugi wasn't there. Did you try restarting your computer, Ellie? That sounds like a... Then I gave up, now I'm here, it's fixed. Okay.
Huh.
Well, so far, it's just post-Civil War casual racism and, wife,
Only casual.
Yeah.
Spousal abuse.
Yeah. It's not... It hasn't devolved into anything bloody yet.
Well,
For what it's worth. Yeah, for what it's worth. So it might not be might not be everyone's cup of tea, but at least there's no blood yet.
But we gotta remember, one of the chapters mentioned that there was like a reference to non-con.
Yeah, I would
I don't know if that's this one or a different one.
well, how many chapters are in total?
Let me look that up. One sec.
Kind of glad I didn't stream with the scuff. Well, we do have a lot of female
Voices this time around.
yeah,
There are 8 chapters.
yeah, 8 chapters.
We're only on the 3rd.
Yeah, that's a lot. Like, this could go on for
Oh my
quite
god,
long.
we have a lot to go through.
Yeah. I mean, I don't...
Let me see if there's any warnings for chapter 3.
Yeah, I mean, casual racism of the post-Civil War era and, you know, spousal abuse, besides those. Yeah. It makes it sound like we're downplaying it, but, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, sometimes you have weird days, Ellie, and because Friday I tried to do some shenanigans with a game, but it overheated my GPU, and
it did?
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, I've been.
Oh, Monster Hunter?
No, not Monster Hunter. Ghost Recon. Sorry.
Ghost Recon.
Yeah. Basically, I was waiting for 2 people to show up on the main menu screen, like just the main menu screen, and it was just press space to continue. That's and some animation in the background running, like a foggy animation, basically waiting for my input. And afterwards, it basically just overheated my computer so much that I had to basically go into BIOS and reset some stuff just to make it so that I can actually see what's going on the screen after I let it cool off, because it was very, very hot. Like, I think something's wrong with the cooling system since I sent it to the service. Like, the top GPU isn't cooling down as well as the bottom one, and it's weird. Oh, what can I say? It's like this computer is not going well.
Yeah.
Well, at least.
And is this a new PC or the ones that they fixed? After they ruined it?
Yeah, the one that's been fixed by them after they ruined it. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Oh boy. I mean, at this point, it's a pain in the ass. So, any trigger warnings for this chapter, or?
I'm reading a paragraph on Reddit to see.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, did you get something important, Ross?
Hey, Luna. Did I forget something? Well, I assume it's probably shoutouts. Although I've kind of the shoutout bot has been very all over the place lately. Like yesterday's stream, it would for one shoutout it would show 8 clips. So it turned out from a reaction video to Romanian Babylon B stream to reaction video of all the something else.
No, I saw that.
What?
No, a single person is going to flip that.
What happened? What?
No, a single person saw that. I'm
Something
going
else? What? I'm kind of confused, Luna. It's truth be told, I didn't get enough sleep as it is, so this week has been all over the place for me. What were you referencing? Your birthday.
It's his birthday. It's her birthday.
Oh, for crying out loud! Happy birthday, Luna. I didn't.
Happy birthday, Luna.
Happy birthday. Sorry.
Good job, Ross.
I really need to drill it into my head or something.
I keep a calendar of stuff I have going on in friends' birthdays and stuff.
It's not even Luna. It's not even the VTubers. It's. I swear to God.
In general.
In general,
Yeah.
birthdays are a pain for me, and in regards to remembering 2 months before my birthday, I see. It's. I can never remember people's birthdays, and it's nothing related to Luna or anybody else. It's just you can't forget my birthday. Okay.
And at least it's 2 months before.
Did we play the game?
Or 2 months later. Yeah.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a channel in my server that has birthdays, and please, you played Wuthering Waves, Ross. Were we, Ellie? Have we met by then? I'm not sure if we collabed by that point. You have to know the release date of Wuthering Waves. I think it was around August, but I'm not very good with dates, that's for sure. Information, I'll put it in the information category. Where is it? Why can't I make a new tab? Birthdays. But yes, please post your birthdays in the channel. Russ said August. That's when I thought Wuthering Waves came out. I mean, that's when I remember playing it for the first time. Ellie. Okay. Everyone, post your. How about this Lilo and Stitch live action is coming out the same day as my birthday? I'm very bad with dates, Ellie. It's not there's. Please don't hold it against me, but I can't for the life of me remember all the dates. It's like I'm very bad with dates. That's my Achilles heel. You found my Achilles heel. Like, I can't remember for the life of me. They showed the trailer of the date. I just gonna go off a cliff. Sorry. I'm very bad with dates. How's your birthdays here, please? Because
the game.
Because I'm extremely bad with remembering birth dates. Yeah, I didn't. I think I started Wuthering Waves somewhere in August. I haven't played Wuthering Waves in May. I don't think so. May 22nd. Okay, I posted an announcement on my channel for birthdays. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm very much a dummy. 29. 3 months left. Oh boy. Second anniversary of my birthday is coming up. Yes, I'll post it there, please, everyone. I'm very bad with dates in general. Like, even at work, whenever I have to go to work, all the dates blend in. It's like is today's date any special? Oh, tomorrow you don't have to come in for work. Did you know that? Thank goodness you reminded me. I wouldn't have known. I would have come in at work. I'm that type of guy. It's a pain for me to remember dates. Okay. So
the Reddit says and that they don't really linger on these facts. It's just to show how tragic the story is. She receives non-physical abuse, as spousal abuse.
Yes.
There is non-consent, but it's not graphic, and you don't see anything. It just describes that she was abused. And it's both repeated essay and violent.
In this chapter in particular, or futures?
Just general.
Okay.
I can't find anything specifically about this, but I'm assuming it's the non-physical spousal abuse. There's also the cannibalism, which we saw in the last chapter, murder, torture.
First chapter wearing the skin suit of the white-haired girl from the
forced selling of her personage. Just reference, not
as
like they don't really go into detail of it.
As in Ladies of the Night type of stuff.
Yeah, she's forced into that. To pay off a debt. There is a scene where her head is repeatedly dunked into water as a form of torture.
Okay, so waterboarding. It's okay.
There's also mental and physical abuse of another character before you get to the last part of the story. But they don't do it gratuitously, and it's mostly referenced quickly, like blink, you kind of miss it.
Okay.
They don't do it to get a reaction, just so you know to.
Yeah.
Just so you feel sad. They're not doing it gratuitously. So, those were the kind of trigger warnings for this game.
Okay. Can you check the backlog for a bit, because we might have clicked a bit. Is it loaded?
Gotcha.
Okay.
We're supposed to
Yeah, I have to say-
wait.
Yeah, the mine all rough and dry and nasty. Okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Oh. Fuck.
No worries.
Sorry. You think so? Might have the slightest bit of muscle. They're all about as frail as dead branches.
Oh, who needs beefy mitts anyway?
There you go.
Happy birthday, Luna. In case you're still here. Sorry, I'm very bad with dates. Like, yeah, anyone can post it. I'll have to make an Excel and somehow feed it to calendar to remind me every time whose birthday it is, because yeah. Oh boy.
I still think healthy-looking hands like yours are far more attractive.
What? What's to like about these things? Women all over the world dream of having hands like yours. Slender, feminine, and perfectly cared for. I don't know, just looking at them lights a fire in my loins. Oh boy.
She has a hands fetish. She really has a hands fetish.
Makes me wanna lick every last one of them. Actually say, can I lick them? Oh boy. Well, you know, the people who have feet fetish are kind of interesting, so to speak. But I guess, I mean, I've seen people who kiss their girlfriend's hands.
Well, yeah, but that's different than wanting to lick them.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Can I run my tongue up and down all 10 of those sweet little digits? Oh boy. Come on, can I? What do you say?
Stop that, Maria. Seriously.
I'm kidding, I'm just kidding. Really.
Oh, Maria.
Alright, how did those tea leaves turn out, madame? The ones you imported. Oh boy, if he only found out. Jacopo.
Yeah.
All the maids just adore it. They can't get enough of that aroma.
Oh, sorry, one second.
No worries.
Sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'd sure like to get a taste of it. If you end up with extra, you think you could spare a sip for me?
That was, what was in the cups I dropped?
Wow, really? Well, ain't that a crying shame? Jacopo wouldn't have any of it. God, why does that man have such a stick up his ass? You went through all that trouble of making it for him and...
He was busy. It's not his fault.
Busy? You mean playing billiards, drinking bourbon and puffing a damn cigar?
It may look to us like they're just making small talk, but I'm certain their meeting has some importance to their business. It was imprudent of me to try to step into the men's world.
That's just not right. I mean, you're his wife.
Oh, it's loading. Okay. There we
Why
go.
shouldn't you be allowed into the room?
It doesn't bother me.
You don't have to pretend.
And dear, how would you like to have some of that tea now? We also have some orange marmalade, which you like so much. Add a scoop of that in the tray of cookies, and we have a perfect tea time.
You're singing the siren song, madam. But you really should be doing that with him.
He would not have tea. I suspect he does not like it. I don't want it to go to waste, so...
Madame. I know it's none of my business and I have no place at all seeing this, but... It's not impossible for a woman to file a divorce these days. Oh, sorry, that's you. You don't have to sit down and take it, not one bit. You're pretty, well-educated and still young. There are plenty of other men out there. Did you,
Yeah. Oh, okay, no, it was still that was the last part.
Okay.
I did notice that she has roses in her hair from the time of the rose garden.
Yeah. Looks like a theme of the house in general, seems to me.
Yep.
You aren't obligated to stick with that arrogant jerk.
He's just very busy right now.
There you go again.
There was a time when he was kind.
Huh?
He wasn't like this when we first met. Back then, he was a little awkward, but a kind man.
Him? A kind man?
Yes, believe it or not. There was indeed a time... Say, Maria, would you mind giving me a little bit more of your time? I'll make some tea and we can talk.
Alright. If you're telling me about when Jacopo was decent, I'm all ears.
Indeed. As you sure... Oh, the blah. As I am sure you're aware, our parents arranged our marriage. Before I immigrated to this country to be married, I lived in a misty island nation. Portraits of my ancestors hung in the house where I lived. I remember as a child wincing in fear at the sight of them staring down at me. My mother and father were constantly telling me to show them respect, as it was their hard work that kept our bloodline alive and well. However, they were fighting an uphill battle to do the same. It would have been clear to anyone reasonably perceptive that our house was coming tumbling down. Valuable furniture and paintings slowly disappeared, and eventually the portraits were gone too. As our house collapsed, so too did my parents' health deteriorate, robbing us of any source of income. And though I was educated, I lacked the skills necessary to obtain work. Just as we were about to run out of money and options, my parents received Jacopo's parents' marriage proposition. Both our families stood to benefit from the arrangement. I had social status and he had wealth. We each had what the other lacked. One needs more than money to make it in the world. Without at least a semi-reputable name attached to you, you're liable to get laughed out of most social gatherings. I first met Jacopo there in this country. We didn't even know what the other looked like until our wedding day. To be quite honest, I was scared to death at first. I was so nervous what kind of man he would be. Was I to be wed to some middle-aged stranger? We were not married because we had fallen in love like normal couples. I know I had no position to be concerned with such things, but when I thought about our future, I shook with fear. But the man I saw through my veil at the wedding was remarkable. He was young, had strong, masculine eyes, and at the same time, he too appeared nervous. He was shaking as much, no, even more than me. Seeing that the priest gave an impish little smirk when he asked Jacopo if he vowed his eternal love to me, I counted myself among the happy, and I still do. For in that moment, I experienced true love. You want to hear about when he was kind to me? Well, after the wedding, we were given a week to ourselves. I suppose you could call it a honeymoon, though we didn't take a trip overseas, or even go very far at all. He looked at me with uncertainty and asked,
"Where would you like to go?"
I beg your pardon?
That's what this week is for, right? I'll consider granting your request, so tell me where you want to go.
This is all of a sudden.
Nothing? Well, this whole engagement was spur of the moment. Normally we would have planned the trip in advance. But unfortunately our purpose is served as long as we act apart. You must be disappointed that you have to plan your honeymoon as it's happening.
No,
What? Speak clearly. I don't like it when people don't speak their mind.
I'm sorry, but I'm happy. Even if this is a political marriage.
Well, you're quite the positive thinker. Your parents say something to make you think that way? Well, either way, if you're so glad to be in this arrangement, then hurry up and decide on a destination. Though there is a limit to how far we can go. If you want to take a trip, I'll consider it. What, is something funny?
It just seemed comical to me that our honeymoon has begun and we're only now deciding where we want to go. Not in a bad way, though. I'm glad our parents didn't arrange everything for us. Perhaps you've heard, but I'm quite sensitive to sunlight and not in the best of health, so it'd be rather trying for me to spend a full week out of the house. We couldn't go a trip, but if it's not too much trouble.
Speak up.
Could you show me around town? I'm new to this country and unfamiliar with its customs, and I'm rather afraid to go wandering about on my own.
Show you around?
Yes. Would that be possible?
On a rare bit of time off, you asked me to show you around town. Is that really the most exciting idea you have?
I'm sorry. If, there's somewhere you'd like to go, I'm fine with that. I'll accompany you anywhere.
As if I could drag someone who just professed to being sickly all over the country. My god, I've lost all interest in a trip. Hello, what are you doing? Go get ready, now!
I beg your pardon?
Didn't you want to see the town?
You will show me around?
You're the one who asked. Not like I have any other options, so yeah, I'll show you around.
Thank you.
Don't just stand there, you dullard. Get a move on.
One moment. Wait for me, please.
Well, he's a bit, like a rough diamond around the edges, but he did seem to care about her. Maybe the man corrupted him.
Tsundere, you just got worse. He hurriedly climbed into the carriage he had called for, a look of frustrated displeasure on his face. And then, as if he had forgotten about me until that moment, he returned, grabbed me by the arm, and led me to the carriage. In retrospect, I realized he was not being very gentlemanly. But I was pleased that he was making an attempt to interact with me at all. Oh, has she just been so mistreated that this is like being nice?
I assume this is before the mistreatment started.
No, I mean before she met him, because of her family and stuff.
It didn't give me much. She didn't complain much about her family itself. It's just.
No, but she wouldn't be the type to complain about them either, though.
There are some people who are a bit on the shy side.
Yeah.
She didn't have anything to complain about her family besides them slowly losing their wealth.
Yeah, we'll see. As the carriage trotted down the streets, I saw so many new things. What's up?
You say something?
Nope, we're good. I thought you had said something.
No.
I had spent most of my time cooped up inside a home, so it was like stepping into an entirely new world. And add that to the rapid industrial advancement currently taking place, I saw men shouting back and forth as they smacked newspaper articles with the backs of their hands. I saw corner cafes crowded with cigar-smoking men on break from work. It was like the hustle and bustle of a festival. But every festival has its underside. I also saw overworked men looking like they're on the verge of collapse, drinking water from a spigot on the side of the road.
Let me.
By way of contrast. Yep.
Hey, Bud, and Ellie has been a mod over here since God knows how long, and welcome to the stream. She's been at least since September, if I remember correctly. And I think Nadia has been a mod. You have been a mod a bit later, but I don't think.
I think February-ish?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I appreciate.
Yeah, I mean, the only issue is that I think if you asked me a bit earlier when we first met, I think I would have granted you then mod too. I just forgot to give you mod.
Well, it was just going to help you with the spam stuff while you played. That way you didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Or like, even now it works out here too, because while you're reading the line, I can just keep them out.
Yeah, it's just when I was... I think it was when I was dealing with the laptop for the first time, and I didn't have the dual screen set up. So yeah, I think that's when it might have been in January, actually, now that I think about it.
It's when you were in the mountains.
Yeah, January or December, yeah. So yeah, when I have a lot of people around who I tend to collab a lot with, I also tend to give them mod status. So yeah, it's kind of like.
You can trust me not to abuse it.
You haven't given me any reason not to trust you so far.
Well, I also work in HR, so like.
I mean, yeah, but
Trustworthy person.
So, yes, we can continue now.
Okay. By way of contrast, I wore fine clothing and had a carriage at my disposal. I imagine every day was a struggle for them just to remain afloat. Had I not married the man I had, I too may have found myself on the streets in a similar situation. But it was not relief that spread through my breast at the sight of them. It was pangs of guilt. It felt to me like a life of opulence was wrong, sinful. It broke my heart to know that I was living so much better than them. Jacopo snorted disapprovingly at me, seemingly reading my mind, and then said,
"The poor man who envies the rich covets his wealth and finds the ambition to make the same for himself, and the rich man who pities the poor, thinking it is his duty to give them offerings of philanthropy. To me, the latter is the far more nefarious. Excessive charity will ruin a man, make him come to expect handouts. And then there are those who, with the wrong idea of pity, who let themselves fall down to the same place, mistakenly believing it will somehow make the poor feel better. What a joke." Were you trying to say something?
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay.
I tried to mute quickly.
Okay. What a joke. If you're going to do anything for them, you might as well encourage them to climb upward. Spur on economic growth and the flow of capital. Doesn't that sound like the better option?
I said nothing, simply smiling, giving an ambiguous nod. He had a point. My sympathy and guilt meant nothing to people actually experiencing hardships. If feeling guilty of my own fortune, I acted upon the pity in the way he had described it, it would accomplish little more than self-satisfaction. He seemed to have seen straight through me to my very core. This is the man who had built his own future through investment, which I imagine required him to be rather astute. But doesn't a world where everyone's constantly trying to climb higher and higher sound rather exhausting? I personally would prefer to be in a position where I could watch, if only from a distance, as others climbed. But obviously I cannot say as much to him. Sometime later, the carriage came to a stop in front of the shop. As I looked at the building perplexedly, he gestured to the door with his chin, signaling for me to get out. Lost and confused, I stepped down from the carriage, and before me spread a showcase behind a large glass window. However, lined up in the case were not precious metals or expensive clothing, but machines. At first I had no idea what kind of devices they were.
Have you never had your photo taken before?
No, I've just had a pointed portrait, though. Are these machines for taking photographs?
A portrait, eh? Why am I not surprised?
I didn't mean to boast.
Go on, get in.
Please, wait for me. The owner came out to greet us with a wide smile as he entered the shop.
Well,
if this...
Oh.
Go ahead.
Well, if this ain't the strangest thing I've seen all day. You bring a lady, and a real looker at that. Where on earth do you catch this pretty little thing? She's my wife. Huh? Well, I beg your pardon. I'll be a monkey's uncle. Just goes to show you never know where the cards may fall. You make it sound like my getting married is some kind of miracle. I always saw you as one to choose money over love, sir. Oh, pardon me, this isn't appropriate to say in front of your wife.
Do you often come to the shop?
On occasion, I need some things here from time to time.
I see.
There he goes, smirking again. What's so funny?
I'm going to have our photo taken, yes? I'm so nervous and excited. I've never had one before. And to have it taken side by side with you.
What are you talking about?
Hearted?
Who said we were going to get our pictures taken?
Then why are they there?
And side by side, please. You're sending shivers down my spine.
But this is a photography shop.
Hey, shopkeep. The product I contact you about, is it ready? Oh, yep, sit tight, I'll be right out. You take a seat. There's a chair over there.
What?
I'm going to show you something much more exciting than sitting still and waiting in front of a camera lens.
Oh.
Just do as I say.
Okay. I sat down in front of a large mirror, which I presume was normally used to check your appearance before having your picture taken. Sitting before a mirror with someone else present was quite nerve-wracking. Out of embarrassment, I dropped my gaze to my knees, but when Jacopo returned, I was entranced by a curious object in his hands. Oh, are they called? Proto...
Oh, I think, yeah, I think, Vitaphone? I think...
Is there a Vitaphone?
Or maybe not. It's one of those that you spin around and it mimics an animation.
An image. Yeah.
I don't think it's Vitaphone, but I'll.
I used to remember the name, but I can't remember it now. It's gonna bop me.
Yeah, it's
What's... It's not a gyroscope. It's not a rotoscope either.
Maybe we'll find out next line. Who knows?
Yeah. What is this?
Do you know what persistence of vision is? The human eye does not perceive the world 100% accurately. This is especially true for objects in motion. It remembers images for a short time, so if you put a new image in the same place, your eye perceives it as in motion. Seeing for yourself will be faster than explaining it. You see the slits in the disc? Look through the bottom one and into the mirror.
Okay.
Good. Just like that. Bring your head in close. Here goes.
Standing behind me, he slid his finger across the top of the peculiar toy, causing it to spin gracefully. And then...
I assume. Oh my. So, what do you see?
They're dancing. A man and a woman are dancing.
Sounds like you're not having any trouble seeing it. Are they dancing well?
Yes, they are. It's the most adorable thing.
What? Adorable? That's funny. I asked to have it modeled after a ballroom dance.
Yes, it's a very elegant dance. But you see, they're small like little dwarves, which I thought was kind of cute. And they seem so close, going around and around without ever letting go of each other's hands. This is incredible. Why does it look like they're dancing? They were all lined up in a row just a few moments ago.
Goodness, I just explained that to you. It's playing a trick on your eyes. What you're seeing is lots of different pictures in a short period of time. To put it in words you might understand better, it's an illusion.
A Fata Morgana?
Your eyes are being fooled into thinking the image is moving. That might be an allegory, yeah. Although, at least in Romanian, we have this illusion called Fata Morgana, which has to deal with water appearing as a puddle in front of the car if you're driving at high speed during the summer.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. And then as you get closer, it's just gone.
Yeah. So that's something that we call Fata Morgana in Romanian.
Huh. Mirage.
Yeah.
An illusion, but they're dancing. They really are. And they look like they're having a wonderful time. Are you sure it's an illusion and not something else? To me, it does not seem to be. I can't see if anything but two tiny people dancing.
That's how it works. Reach out your hand and try to grab them. You won't be able to.
You're right. That's a shame.
I didn't think you would. You actually would.
But it's the most precious thing. They look like they're dancing atop my palm. I was mesmerized by the strange phenomenon. Pictures were moving after all. Still, images had begun to dance before me. It's almost as if God had breathed life into them. He called it an illusion, but I just could not grasp that. It was such an adorable, heartwarming sight. Imagine the two were off living in some other world, separate from our own. They look so happy. I was almost certain that they were off dancing in their joyous world, free from all the sorrow, loneliness, and pain of this one. Eventually, the speed at which they danced began to slow as if they were resting their legs. I almost thought I could hear the sound of their feet with each step. They stopped.
They can dance forever. They don't get tired.
I see. I'm amazed such an incredible device exists in the world. It makes me wish I had gone outside sooner.
I'm sure someone from as distinguished a house as yours has seen plenty of amazing things with your family.
Hardly. I rarely ever left the house. I'm ignorant about the ways of the world. If you had not told me, I would probably never known about moving pictures, the illusions of moving pictures.
Do you like it?
Yes, of course.
More than the portrait you had painted?
Yes, I do. The painting is wonderful too, but...
You can't seem to make up your mind. Go on, tell me. Which do you like better, the portrait or this?
I like this better.
I see.
He looks somewhat pleased.
Though when it comes down to it, this is a simple trick only a child would fall for.
Then I suppose that makes me a child. If it means I get to watch something as splendid as two tiny people dancing, I'll happily fall for the trick.
Quit describing it as two tiny people dancing. You're going to lose your head that far up in the clouds.
I'm sorry. I don't know how to describe it though.
Okay, here it is. It's a toy called a phenakistoscope. Interesting.
A phenakistoscope. Phenakistoscope?
Yeah. Phenakistoscope.
Phenakist... Wheel.
Close enough. It was invented around 30 years ago. I had the shopkeep make one modeled after the original design.
So the shop owner drew this.
He did. A lot better than you'd expect, isn't he?
Yes, indeed. I'm surprised you could draw something so cute.
Say that to his face and he'll go red as a beet. Sorry. What I'd give to get a load of that. You should tell him the next time you see him.
He's a sweet man.
Despite how he looks, you mean?
It's not right to judge people based on their appearance.
I'm just kidding. He does seem... Don't take it too seriously. He does seem pretty sweet in this memory.
Yeah.
I assume
So maybe it's like the stress of like trying to make money and stuff and staying ahead of the game is what's changed him.
And I also assume that there has been an element of corruption in all stories. Like in the first story, the young sister was corrupted over time. In the second story, the beast was kind of corrupted. And in the third story, well, I assume Jacopo is being actively corrupted. So I assume that's the curse of the house, corruption.
Yeah.
The shopkeep here loves new technology. That phenakistoscope is one such invention that caught his eye. You can trick the eye into thinking drawings are moving. Using a sequence of photos, you can perhaps make it seem as though real people are moving too. And if it becomes possible to show those images to many people at once, these developments could broaden the option artists have to express themselves.
Not drawings, but photographs?
Yes, photos. By taking hundreds or perhaps thousands of photographs, it would be possible to reproduce the world as we see it. This room, people walking down the streets. There's no point in recording boring everyday life, though. If you're gonna leave a record or of anything behind, it should be the projects and enterprises that move nations. Say, for example, a moving record of the opening ceremony of the railroad. That would be something worth watching. And then in time it would expand beyond a mere record-keeping technology and find its way into the hands of artists.
Is such a thing possible? You must remain still for a long time just to take a single photograph.
Right now it isn't. But eventually it will be. And I'm not simply fantasizing here.
Is that so? It sounds so very futuristic. Do you...
What?
Do you want to support people who work on that sort of thing? Is that why you're friends with the owner?
It has nothing to do with my wants. I merely think there's money in it. The rich starve for entertainment, and the artists create that entertainment. I have no interest in their pretentious self-expression. I just want their money. What? What's so funny?
You look like you're enjoying yourself.
Honestly, it's just about the money.
As you say.
Alright, let's get moving. Next is dinner.
What? We're leaving already?
Does that displease you?
No, not at all. To tell you the truth, they want to spend a little more time playing with the Fennekiss wheel, but I cannot bring myself to say as much. Reluctantly, I approached the owner to return the wheel.
Don't bother. Bring it with you.
What? But...
If you don't want it, that's fine too. Just make your decision quickly. You're making the driver wait.
Having said that, Jacopo exited the shop. I alternated between looking at his back and the Fennekiss wheel, debating what I should do. And then with a smile, the owner whispered to me,
"You're allowed to keep it, really. Your husband out there had made it as a gift for you."
For me?
A little while back, he came to my shop asking if I could make a Fennekistoscope. Now that about knocked me out of my chair. He's a man who almost never asks for favors. He's pretty damn brusque and he's got a tongue sharp enough to cut steel, but he's not wicked to his core, I swear it. So please, man, be a pillar of support for him.
In that moment, the Fennekiss wheel became a precious treasure to me. We had only just married days earlier, and yet he had commissioned it for me without even knowing what I looked like. Unless he was commissioning it for someone else?
I don't think so. I think it's more likely as the people stay in the house, like the master or the people around him is really corrupt. Hey, Nami Taneko, welcome.
Hello, Nami. is filled with a warm, pleasant elation. I agreed with the owner. Jacopo was not a bad man. He merely had difficulty expressing himself. Turning back to the carriage, I gave him my deepest thanks. He glanced over at me for a moment, and then he turned back towards the window and muttered, yeah. From there, we went to a restaurant for dinner. You called it... go ahead.
You call this a pizza. The crust is an atrocity. It's like I'm chewing on rubber. How can you wave my country's flag and not serve spaghetti? Do you have any shame at all?
I guess he is Italian then.
Yeah. I just checked. It is a southern Italian name. Checked,
gotcha.
I think about 5 minutes after we were introduced to him. This wine is pitifully unbalanced, far too high levels of acidity. Listen to me carefully. The house wine is the face of a restaurant.
He complained about every little thing. It was a complete disaster. But curiously enough, I was not all put off by his behavior. When the sun set, the carriage made its way to a nearby hill. The cool nighttime breeze felt wonderful on my skin, flushed from the alcohol. The light from the gas lamps had a comforting warmth to it. Though Jacopo had complained about the quality of the wine, once he had intoxicated himself, his mood improved visibly. It made him unexpectedly talkative.
Look out at the city. A gloomy town that shuts down at night isn't suited to expansion or growth, but the city isn't like that. You can see people walking beneath the lamps, and you can hear the bustle of them talking. This is a city that still has plenty of room to grow. As they ride the rising wave of the economy, many more people will gather here. More people means more money in circulation. More money in circulation means the city grows. Companies are founded and more goods are bought and sold.
Will it really change so drastically?
It can be difficult to see what's happening from the inside. The majority of people just go about their daily lives, and the next thing they know, things are different. No, I'd wager most don't notice the changes at all. Only those with eyes sharp enough to realize what's happening can see success. I cannot afford to overlook even the most minute change.
You have a dream of some kind?
A dream? I'm not sure if it's easy enough to attain to call a dream. Others might call it greed or perhaps ambition. Don't laugh now. My intention is to make the world mine.
The world?
Yes, the world.
Okay, Dio, calm down.
Yes, the world. And to do that,
The world.
I was about to say, but I didn't know. I didn't watch it, and I didn't know if it was the world, or the world, or something like that.
It's okay. I haven't watched it either, but I know a couple of memes from it.
Yeah, you know, an anime is influential. Even if even two people haven't watched a single episode, know about the memes about it. Yes, the world. And to do that, you need neither physical strength nor kindness, but money and influence. People have no choice but to kneel before those forces.
Why are you so intent on obtaining power?
because I want to change my country, I imagine.
Your country?
You are aware that I, like you, am an immigrant, right? I immigrated from an island in the Mediterranean, though not the same island as you. Sicily.
Mediterranean? Yeah, I was gonna say probably around Sicily.
My country is a peculiar place where candor and violence go hand in hand. Yeah, the country is called the Two Sicilies, back in that period. Yeah, if you've played games like Victoria or Europa Universalis 4, you've Two Sicilies. Let me.
Gotcha.
Kingdom of the Two Sicilies. I'll post it in chat over here as a link if I can figure out where the chat is over here. So yeah, it's 1816 to 1861. Okay, so it was part of 1861. The game takes place in 1869, so it must have been in. Yeah, after that it became the Kingdom of Italy from 1861 onwards. Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. As a whole, the country is on the poor side, and if nobody does anything about that...
Oh, hang on.
Sorry.
Click on it.
Sorry.
There you go. It's okay.
I am one but a few of my fellow countrymen who has set his sights on the New World. They are falling far behind other nations. If I find success here, perhaps that will catch their attention. But if it doesn't, then my country is doomed to collapse.
You have much love for your homeland.
My feelings are a little more complicated than mere love. But that's nothing you need to concern yourself with. Well, I'll have to remember not to get myself drunk around a woman again. Forget everything I just said. It's about time we head back to the house. Well, he seems like a sweet enough man here.
Yeah.
A bit awkward, but I mean...
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, kind of like the beginning of an autistic person, like a very light autism, if I were to take a guess. Autistic.
Yeah, though again, they also didn't meet each other at all until they got married. And now this is kind of getting like they got married and then like okay, next day.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but there is a difference between even how he's portrayed here and how he's portrayed later on in the chronology. Yeah.
But
what is it?
Is it alright if I provide you encouragement as you try to attain your dream? I know my presence is more likely to be a hindrance, but I'd like to be there to watch as you trek forward.
I suppose. Do as you wish. See? He didn't tell her that you should just stay put and do nothing like the beginning of the chapter.
Earlier.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
I assume there's
Thank you.
another option.
Yeah. You have my support then. Darling?
Sent a shiver down my spine, though not an unpleasant one. I am glad to have you as my partner.
I was without a doubt happy then. His smile, the things he said, the Fennekiss wheel he gave me, they were all undeniably real. And those memories gave me the will to wait. For the day things go back to the way they were. They allowed me to believe.
They do know how to make an ominous music.
Yeah, they on Steam. You can get the soundtrack to it and stuff too. They also have an art book.
Should I go for it?
Yeah. You haven't had much chance to talk. So.
I mean, I've been voicing Jacopo too, so it felt like the past has been kind of 50-50. A bit, maybe 40% on my side, but yeah, this is something that actually happened to another maid. She heard a sound in the middle of the night. A sound like dripping water. At first, she thought it was raining, so she looked through the window, and there wasn't a cloud in the sky to cover the stars. Maybe it's a faucet, she thought, so she stepped out of her room and into the corridor. Compared to her room, it was unearthly chilly. The maid regretted not bringing something to cover herself with. But that didn't make any sense. Normally, the temperature wasn't that much colder outside her room. Her night clothes had always been more than enough for a trip to the lavatory. Wondering what the reason could be, she made her way towards the sound, but then she realized something. There were no faucets in the direction she was going. Rather, she was headed towards a hall. The mansion where she served had many halls, but this one was off in a far corner of the house, the least used hall of them all. It had a high roof, but not a lot of space, so it was difficult to make good use of it. It also had a somewhat heavy air to it, a very curious room. It was the kind of place you might assign someone to clean as part of their hazing. Anyway, when the maid realized the sound was coming from that particular hall, she, as you might expect, let out an uncomfortable sigh. But there might be a leak, and having noticed, she couldn't simply ignore it, you know. So, as much as she hesitated, she pushed open the doors to the hall. There was nobody there, and it didn't look like anything was leaking either. There were no puddles or water stains anywhere to be found. But she could still hear the sound, drip, drip, getting louder and louder. Slowly stepping further into the room, looking left, then right, then left again, she searched for the source of the sound, coming to a stop in the center of the hall. She stood there still, quiet, and then a chilly spot on the nape of her neck. With a little yelp, she reached back to feel her neck, but it wasn't wet. Confused, she slowly, warily, tilted her head backward. Oh boy!
Oh god!
And there hung a bloody skeleton from the ceiling. Ah! That's rich. Amazing. Oh my god, you scream like a little girl. Maria, you little... My god, are you men or children? This is my house and I would rather you didn't talk about it like that. Whose words were those again? Shut your mouth. How do you know about that? Were you eavesdropping? And another thing, I do not care for the sort of stupid fantastical tales you women love to pass around. Because they scare you? You've never been able to handle anything scary, Jacopo. What? Don't glare at me like that. You're gonna destroy my sides. So, did you come here for the sole purpose of telling me that cheap tripe? acting tough after the fact just makes you look like twice as much of a wuss. Well, I mean, I did make up a good half of it, but the maid really did hear a sound in the middle of the night. And it came from the back hall of this very mansion. Did you know, they say it used to be a chapel? Again, I have no interest in you women's little ghost stories. Is that so? Are you sure you're not just scared? Maria? Well, that said, the rumors aren't completely unfounded. This is a pretty old mansion and it's had a lot of work done on it. Kinda feels like it's barely holding itself together. Like a big old quilt with pieces from all different time periods. The back hall is one of the oldest patches. There's a huge window on the far end and supposedly there used to be stained glass in it. Remember Michelle?
Oh yeah.
It was a depiction of an archangel, they say. Such a shame. I wonder when it was broken. If it were still there, I bet it would be worth a fortune.
Wouldn't Michelle be a name for an archangel? Isn't there Archangel Michael and Miguel?
Yeah, I know that. I know about Archangel Michael. Let me check.
Because I know Michelle is like a French way of saying Michael.
Yeah, literally Archangel, and the first name after that is Michael. So it's the most well-known archangel according to Google. Like, try typing it Archangel and space, and then see which comes up first. If you don't believe me, just do it on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Then it's Gabriel and Raphael.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I think.
So I wonder if that has to do with him.
Well, Michelle and the Archangel, surely they must be related at some point. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how an archangel fits into this story about witches, though.
Guess we'll find out.
Yeah. If it were still there, I bet that it would be worth a fortune. I find that hard to believe. First of all, why would anyone put a chapel inside a mansion? You've got the point, I guess. Now, how about you do some actual work instead of distracting yourself with all this nonsense? I do work, but the other maids can be a bit nasty, you know? Dealing with other women is like walking on glass. Huh. Am I to blame for that? What if I said you were? Don't give me that look. You're just not fond of me, simple as that. Nothing you can do about it.
I wonder if they're childhood friends.
She does like to speak her mind around him. Is that so?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was talking to the madame and she was telling me you used to be quite a gentleman. Were you perhaps actually in love back then? You sure don't act like it, so it's easy to miss, but I guess you're not made entirely out of steel. Just like when you were younger, you're still. Do not speak of that. Huh. The past is not worth remembering. It is unnecessary. So, do you, the past exists just to be cast aside? Aye. Nah, it's not important. You don't want me to talk about it. I won't talk about it.
Ross, can we take a quick break?
Yeah, yeah.
Please. Thank you.
No worries. Meantime, I guess I'll read about the two Sicilies. Let's see if I can show the... Yep. The Kingdom of the Two Sicilies, Regno delle Due Sicilie, was a kingdom in southern Italy from 1816 to 1861 under the control of House of Bourbon Two Sicilies, a cadet branch of the Bourbons. The kingdom was the largest sovereign state by population and land area in Italy before the Italian unification, comprising Sicily and most of the area of today's Mezzogiorno, southern Italy, and covering all of the Italian peninsula south of the Papal States. The kingdom was formed when the Kingdom of Sicily merged with the Kingdom of Naples, which was officially also known as the Kingdom of Sicily. Since both kingdoms were named Sicily, they were collectively known as the Two Sicilies, Utraque Sicilia, literally both Sicilies. And the unified kingdom adopted this name. The king of the Two Sicilies was overthrown by Giuseppe Garibaldi in 1860, after which the people voted in a plebiscite to join the Kingdom of Sardinia. The annexation of the Kingdom of the Two Sicilies completed the first phase of Italian unification, and the new Kingdom of Italy was proclaimed in 1861. The two Sicilies were heavily agricultural, like other Italian states.
Oh boy. Okay.
Well, a raw alert happened. That's interesting.
Okay, sorry about that.
While you were away, I got an alert message. I just sent it to you. Yeah, 3 bears have been sighted near me, basically telling me to stay indoors. Yes. Now she's just come back. Welcome.
He was worried about you, but I think he went silent.
I'm with Splenda. Yeah, sorry. I was just here. Yeah.
I forgot that your country sent out alerts for bears.
Yeah. Pretty much. What can I say? I mean, it's part of Transylvanian life. You expect bears over here.
Yeah.
I mean, if you live in Kansas, you expect tornadoes, for example. Over here, you expect bears.
Yeah.
What can I say? So yeah, welcome, Splenda. We were just taking a small break. If so, we can't hear him.
Hang on.
On your end?
No.
Oh.
Can you try talking?
Hello.
Oh no.
Was I muted all this time? On your end, at least. Let me check my stream.
Yep.
Oh boy. Oh.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Let me see on my end. Hello. Let me see on my end. Oh, I can't hear myself. Oh.
So. Oh, fuck me. God damn it.
Ouch.
Okay. Yeah, it's picking you up now.
Thanks for notifying us, Splenda. Oh boy.
Oh, this is awkward.
Well, I can give you my VOD if you want.
Yeah. Thanks.
No worries.
It's.
I'll just download.
I forgot that you have to change the Discord to whichever Discord you're in.
Oh.
So it didn't
Pick up the sound.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm so sorry, Ross.
No worries.
It's.
Well.
That would have been nice to know.
Sometimes having to deal with less technology and less, there are less faults to. That there are less things that can fail, such as me picking up all sounds. Hey.
Hi, Dominique.
Yes, we've had a bit of a technical hiccup where I was muted on her stream, but I'll give her the
For 2 hours and a half.
Oh boy!
Oh God!
Don't worry, I'll give you the stream.
Thank you.
It's on YouTube too, so I'll just download it and send it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe you can I don't know, do some shenanigans with the audio, or you can just post it as it is on your channel.
Yeah, I could probably take the audio. Oh boy. Well, thanks.
It would be a bit of a mess, but I'll give you the body way, and you do what you want. You can post it as it is.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. I think I've already talked this prior to the break, so you can click.
Gotcha.
But your wife. Never mind. I'll leave you be. I have to get back to work soon, or I'll be staring down the head mate's Arctic smile. Yeah, that's our dear mate.
Yeah.
All right. If the fancy strikes me, I'll drop by and we can trade more ghost stories. Maria. You know, for some, remember the first girl, the sister.
Yes. She kind of reminds you of her.
Yeah, especially the hair color.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but Jacopo kind of reminds me of the brother in a way. The way they're talking.
I think it's like the
about-
waviness.
And the way
sorry.
the way that he also talks to her like they're
Yeah.
siblings. Awkward siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
So too.
What? No ghost stories?
Oh.
No, not that.
Me, 1 second. Dominique, can you help me check my audio real quick? Can you hear Ross saying stuff? If you're still around.
Let me go and also go into your stream. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. I don't think
It's not.
I'm not reacting at
Huh.
all. None
Okay.
of us are reacting on your stream. Hello, hello.
But I wasn't saying anything. Oh. Hang on. Okay. Can you do it now?
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. I don't hear myself at all, and neither are your audio at all. It's like you're.
Oh.
It's like none of our voices are being sent to your. Even the cookies on your end.
Interesting.
Even the cookies on your
Huh.
end aren't lighting up. That's weird.
Because I know there's a bit of a delay.
I mean, there's delay and then there's absolutely nothing at all. Like, I'm refreshing your stream. Click for a bit. Oh, actually, there is a massive delay. It's at the no, it's not important. You don't want to talk to me about it. I won't talk.
Okay.
some
Oh
mix.
yeah, my KBS are down.
Yeah.
I'm dropping a lot of frames.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now
let me-
I'm lighting up, but I'm still not. Still not talking. I'm lighting. My focus is moving. Okay, so we are at the part where you're talking. You're lighting up. I'm still not talking, and here is Linda with asking is your friend talking, so it's just reached that point. Okay.
He was worried about you, but I think you went silent. I forgot that your country sent out alert for bears.
So it's at the point where you talked about the bears. I forgot about that your country sends out alerts about bears, and this is where I explain a bit things.
Sorry. I wonder. So connection is fine. Drop frames a lot. Wonder if I should just stop and restart stream.
There will be a massive delay. It's just the Splenda message. If so, we can't hear him. Just popped up like now. That's the delay.
Yeah. That was at 122, so it's an 8-minute delay.
Yeah, maybe we can finish this at the next scene. It's been almost 2.5 hours, so maybe it's a good point to also end it. So let's.
But if they can't hear you, then that's an issue.
I mean, yeah, but I'll send the VOD.
Glenn says they hear. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're at this point. Yeah, because right now the delay has just reached a point where I am talking. That's. Yeah. Yeah, so we can go now.
Okay.
No,
We'll finish it
not that.
then.
We'll finish to the next scene, and then we'll call it a night, I guess. I'll send you the
Okay.
pod and well,
Thank
thanks.
you.
No worries. No, not that. I have not forgotten those days. But no, it's I. No worries, Splenda.
They got some awkward silence between them.
Yeah, I'll be off then. Yeah, 8 minutes or so. Alright. If the fancy strikes you, drop by and we can trade something other than ghost stories. It's very pleasant to talk to Maria. Haha.
Yeah.
What I tell you? Wonder what happened to ruin his relationship with his wife. I'll consider it. Goodbye.
Oh yeah. He. Yeah. Echo on you.
It might be because I was also doing some. I was also listening on you at some point, so maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? But it might have come on your on my stream then. But yeah, he's listening.
Yeah.
Well, I guess this is a good place to end it. We kind of got the picture. How are you today?
Oh,
Listening to
he's
Ross right
listening.
now. Yeah,
to
yeah,
you.
that's why.
Yeah.
That's why there's an echo because I was listening to. Although he's listening to me, there should be a delay. That's weird. Is there still an echo from Nadia now? Splenda. Can you talk a bit?
The fitness gram pacer test is a test that measures. I don't know what to say, man. Okay, so we need to.
Still double. Okay, that's weird. Let me check on my end. Hello, hello. Test for you. Hello, hello. Test for you.
Test. How we doing?
Test.
Test. How we doing? Test.
Yeah, I can hear it's like robotic more than an echo. That's weird.
Well,
Oh, I know why. Because there's Discord audio and desktop audio. That's why. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I guess we both had some scuff today.
Yeah, I know why. Oh. Yeah. There it goes. Well, which one would you prefer? Me not appearing at all for almost 90% of the video, or a bit of scuff on Nadio's audio?
I know.
It's oh boy.
I can try to blend the two.
Yeah.
Unless it was doubled the whole time.
Yeah, it might have been doubled the whole time, unfortunately, on my end, because I also had Discord audio running at the same time. This is why I always never use desktop audio. I guess so. Because so many problems, yeah. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I'm just so used to having desktop audio, just so because there's game audio, there's Discord audio, there's God knows how many different audio sources, and it's I just prefer not to have to deal with that many problems. And then Discord audio got added, and they're pretty quiet overall. Oh boy. Either way.
Yeah, I turned down the music and I turned us up.
Okay.
This is.
Yeah, the scuff. Well, guess next week we'll have to deal with it.
We'll find out.
Yeah. So next week around the same time, Sunday.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, then let's see who we can raid into. Sorry about.
I can raid into you if you want to raid into someone.
Okay. Thank you for stream. No worries, Splenda. I'll send Nadia the VOD as soon as I download it, or can you download it through a website like YouTube download?
You can download it directly from Twitch. Oh, but then you have to upload it somewhere.
Yeah, that's why. If I give you the link to the VOD, can you download it from my channel on your end? I wonder.
No, only you can download it from your end.
From YouTube, because I have the VOD saved on YouTube on dual streaming. That's
Oh. I'm not sure what site lets you download from YouTube.
YouTube downloader Windows. Free video downloads.
Yeah. I will take a look, see if I can
I'll-
find a safe one.
I'll send you one at least. In the meantime, you can raid into me, and I'll prepare another place to raid into. Yeah, sorry about that, Dominus.
I had to figure it out what's going on for it to be dropping so much. Okay. Wait, oh, goodbye chat. I didn't really say goodbye, but goodbye.
Thank you for the raid. Yeah, Nadia's delay is massive. No worries. What can we say? That happens when you have bad internet, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is.
Oh boy, somebody subscribed. Thank you for the subscription.
Cave just subscribed for 4
I've been
months.
subscribed for 4 months now.
Yeah. Thank you for giving me some bits here, some cents here and there. Also, I got some news. The package has unfortunately been delayed since December. It's been lost.
Oh, that's okay.
So they just messaged me at some point. I thought that it was sent, and I just didn't receive a notification. But like on Wednesday, they sent me a message. Hey, about that package, we found it in a corner. Oh my god! I thought it was sent. Oh.
That's okay.
It will arrive in April or God knows when. The postal service.
That's
will...
okay. It'll be like a fun surprise. Like, especially if I'm having a bad day at work, it'd be like, oh yay, raw stuff.
Yeah. Well, at least it's a T-shirt, so it will actually be ready to use during summer.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's a screw up on both of our ends. Sorry.
Sorry for the scuff.
Yeah.
Holy. I guess it's a good thing we didn't have. I don't know, because if we had Ellie, at least maybe out of 3 people, audio would have been okay.
Yeah. Well, goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Rating.